Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you all doing? My name is Echo, and I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed the introduction to today's video, because that was a small gameplay preview of what we can expect for the next Minecraft updates. Minecon has just gone. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was absolutely mind-blowing. 40,000 of you took the time to watch it with me, so thank you so much for tuning in. It was incredible. I was so shocked and so mesmerized at what they announced during Minecon 2018. Now this video, I want to take the time to talk about absolutely everything update based, such as Minecraft PC Java version 1.14 and 15, because there's going to be two separate updates. This will also be Minecraft Pocket Edition, possibly 1.7, more than likely 1.8 and 1.9, but I could be completely wrong because nobody really knows what versions are going to be happening. So the first thing I want to mention to all of you, the next major update, this is going to be called Minecraft Village and Pillage. Now this update is not going to be released until early next year, 2019. This was confirmed by Jeb himself during the Minecon event. So, although we were expecting two major updates this year, it looks like the aquatic update took a lot of time to develop, which means the developers never really had time to release another update. Nonetheless, we will be getting an update, but it's not going to be anything major. Now, I want you guys to also enjoy this small gameplay preview, and this is of the new villages that will be introduced.
Yeah, we have a video to show off some of that might be.
So what you've just seen there is the new fully transformed villages that will be coming early 2019 in the Village and Pillage update. I want to take the time to talk about these because this is something that's going to be incredible. It looks like the developers have been working on this for a little bit of time. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the update will make 2018, but stick around at today's video because I'll be sharing with you what features have made it into 2018 and will be coming later on this year. I want to start off by mentioning during the Minecon event, Owen actually said to Jeb, he checked the wiki page, and villages have not been updated for 7 years, down to the villager, the way the villager looks, the mechanics, etc. 7 years. That's an incredibly long time. So it is about time that they made some drastic changes to this, and that's what I want to talk about. The next thing I want to explain to you is that the villager itself will be different skinned compared to what they look like now, but will also be different skinned on biome dependent. So for example, a librarian in a desert will look very different from a librarian in a plains or a taiga or a savanna. So someone on Twitter said there's going to be like over 146 different skins based on villages and their specific biomes itself, which is incredibly mind-blowing. Now, something else that they've definitely taken the time to look into is the different layouts of villages. You may not have noticed, but a plains biome had like a triangle roof, obviously to make the water trickle off it. Meanwhile, the likes of a desert biome, it doesn't rain at all in the desert, so they made the roofs flat. Makes perfect sense. So after the Minecon event had finished, I went back and watched the announcements for 1.14/15 because I didn't want to miss out on anything at all. Now after watching it over and over and over again, I picked up on a couple of points that Jeb was explaining. He explained that the villager mechanics will change. They will go to work. They will go to meetings by ponds. They will go to sleep, and they'll go to specific areas of the village. There will be new and improved trading with better player mechanics. The main thing that I picked up on what Jeb did say though is he said it's up to the player to have a good village. Meaning that if you go in there, destroy all their animals, kill all their crops and destroy their houses and steal from them, then you're not really going to have a good reputation in terms of trading with that villager. They might decline trading with you. That's kind of just like a little bit of an idea that I had in my mind. So I like this. For a survival player, it's going to be important to protect the villagers and protect them against pillagers, which don't worry, we'll get into that in today's video. So I pulled this from the Minecraft website. As you guys can see here, Here's just a couple of the skin designs that will be available depending on what villager it is and depending on what biome you're going to be in. So it says, top right from left to right, the first villager that we see, this is a librarian. The next one to it is going to be a butcher. The middle left is going to be a clerk. The middle right is our cartographer. And then going across is a leather worker and a fletcher. So again, from the top, librarian, butcher, clerk, cartographer, leather worker, and fletcher. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am incredibly happy that they have changed librarians and cartographers. You guys have no idea how annoying it is. You probably do, actually. How annoying it is in Minecraft to have a white-coated villager. You're praying and praying for a villager who could possibly have mending, unbreaking, etc. And it's a cartographer. So I'm so glad that they've changed this. The bottom one, that is a shepherd, farmer, fisher, armorer, toolsmith, and weaponsmith. I like the weaponsmith because he's got a patch. I also like the armorer and the toolsmith because he's wearing like a protective goggle set. So this is just one or a couple of skins that will be introduced. There's going to be way more than this, again, depending on the specific biomes. Now, during, obviously, the gameplay trailer, we did see some sneak previews. Here's another one. I think this could have been of, like, the older village, because it looks like the spiky roof in a desert, but it's showing the villages themselves. And you can see the farmer has, like, a straw hat on. I think that's amazing. I like that one. So, again, these skins look very different from the skins that I've just shown you, because it's all biome dependent. I'm pretty sure after time, you'll pick it up, but it'll be really good to be like, oh, I spotted that specific village. Oh, there's the librarian. There's the toolsmith. I can trade with those specific ones because I know instantly who they are going to be. Right, moving on to the discussion and the preview about the pillages. So, Jeb said we've got villages, we've got illages, and now we've got pillages. He explained that these are basically raiders. Nobody really knows how they're going to spawn or when they're going to spawn. They're more than likely going to be spawning under some circumstances. Like, for example, you used to get zombie sieges. They'd spawn at nighttime under circumstances. I can't say it. Certain circumstances. There we go. So the pillager is going to be another evil villager, in a way, the way the illager is. And the raiders are the pillagers. So you can see a picture here. They actually come wielding crossbows, which is going to be the introduction of a new weapon into Minecraft, but focusing on them. They will attack villages and they come with a beast. Now, I was really confused on this because there's going to be times in Minecraft that you're not going to be able to defend the village. So, does this mean that iron golems will be a little bit more useful? Imagine the beast versus an iron golem. I think that would be absolutely incredible. You can see the beast here. Now, of course, Jeb said he's open to names for the beast, but they kind of like the name the beast. It did look like the beast had like a saddle on his back as well, so maybe that's a possibility of riding it. Again, the picture that I showed you, the pillagers were spawning during, well, it was daytime. They were attacking during daytime. They were raiding during daytime. Now, during the gameplay preview, the pillagers literally killed the villagers. So there's got to be some form of defense mechanism. Otherwise, you're going to lose all your villagers. I'm guessing that'll be something that they will work out on in time. So you can see another picture here that this is just specifically a plains biome, I think. Yeah, it looks like a plains biome. And it just looks incredible. And throughout the gameplay that I've seen during Minecon, a lot of the villages look different. Even if this is a plains, there was another picture where the plains was completely different, but you can see like naturally generated cows. You can see hay bales. You can see, I think at the back that looks like a horse barn. It just looks way different. And by the way, guys, this is with the new textures. So there's a possibility that these are going to be the new textures, the new default textures that will be introduced to Minecraft. And of course, Jappa is taking control of them. The last thing that I did want to show you is, again, during the gameplay preview, we've seen this, and I paused it at this screen, and you'll notice that we have sandstone walls, and we did get the confirmation that sandstone walls will be introduced as well. So for anybody who loves to do desert builds, or maybe you like to do just like desert castles or something like that, you're going to have the desert walls. I think there's a couple other blocks that might also be introduced. So I think desert walls are a great introduction to the game. So moving on to the next thing. This was a pleasant surprise. And actually, it kind of did get leaked, I think, 24 hours before the announcement. And this is all to do with a mob. And this is all to do with a panda. Because pandas will be introduced. More importantly, though, jungle biomes will be decorated like this, which will be classed as a bamboo forest. Fun fact, when I first ever played Minecraft, one of the first ever discoveries that I did was sugarcane. And when I seen sugarcane, I actually thought that sugarcane was in fact bamboo. Turns out it's come back around, and it turns out that bamboo will officially be introduced to the game. So bamboo. They announced bamboo and everyone was like, why bamboo? And then all of a sudden they kind of showed us a small gameplay clip, which I think you've seen at the start of the video. And it was pandas. Now this was actually voted by Minecraft China community. So Minecraft China, according to Jeb, has 150 million players, which is crazy. And Jeb kind of asked them to do a voting system between what mob they wanted to be introduced. There was like, it was like a deer, crocodile, a panda, I think it was a whale, and something else. And since the panda is the national treasure of China, they voted for pandas. And they're so cute. So there's a couple of things I want to teach you about pandas. One, they're cute and cuddly. Two, they can breed because we've seen that process happening. They will play around. You've seen them on the back, like waving his arms. You will get the angry panda. If a panda has red eyes, Agnes was like, yo, you gotta stay away from that panda because he's incredibly angry. So you'll have angry pandas. They will eat bamboo and they're playful. I noticed them sneezing. Did anybody notice how cute the panda sneezing was? I was like, that is so cute. So cute. So that was a pleasant surprise. But bamboo, that kind of leads into a couple of the things I want to talk about that will be introduced for this year. So they announced pandas, they announced bamboo. Both of these will be introduced this year. They're also going to be introducing cats and scaffolding, but we will get into that in just a second. So I want to start off by showing you what is displayed on the official Minecraft website. You can see it here. The Minecraft update Village and Pillage. Oh, you don't speak villager ass. I'll just tell you about the new update in boring old English then. Jeb, and Agnes took to the stage and talked about the next big update for Minecraft. One which brings loads of new villages to the game. Village and Pillage will fill the villages of the overworld with new friendly folk. You'll even find various of their designs in different biomes. Allow me to introduce the future residents of the jungle biome. Our friendly update ever then? Not exactly. The Niverous pillagers and their beasts will be joining Minecraft to cause all kinds of havoc upon unsuspecting villagers. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Pillagers will be armed with a new weapon, which is a crossbow. Luckily, you'll be able to craft it and use crossbows too. They take longer to use than bows. They will make up for its superior power. They are even more helpful if you use enchantments on them, like fast loading, multi-shot, or top secret enchantments. We're not revealing here. Sorry, not sorry. Better start getting ready to defend those villages from those pillager attacks. You'll find a lot more variety in how villages look, depending on what biome you are visiting to, along with some completely new villages. But enough about what we're building. We want to see what you make of the new building materials. That's why we're adding just 7 years after it was suggested at its very first Minecon. Scaffolding is made from bamboo, which will be great news from one of the next mobs we announce once a snack. So all that information is displayed on Minecraft.net. You can go and read it for yourself if you'd like to, but can we just take the time to talk about the crossbow a little bit more? A new craftable weapon will be introduced in the Village and Pillage update. A crossbow will be craftable. Just like in the update Aquatic, we got a new weapon. Unfortunately, that weapon was not craftable. This one will be. So it's going to be more powerful than an ordinary bow. It's going to take a lot longer to reload though, so they're kind of balancing it out. But it is going to be coming with a couple of enchantments. Now, something that they did announce during Minecon is that the crossbow will be more powerful and it will fire further but take longer to reload. They are going to be officially introducing some new enchantments. One of those new enchantments is going to be faster reloading and triple firing. They also said another one's going to be introduced, but they don't want to share that just yet. So with the triple firing, my guess is that could come in 3 variations. 1 where you fire the arrow on its own, 2 where you fire 2 arrows at once, and then 3 where you fire 3 arrows at once. That's kind of my guess. But a new weapon, I think it's about time. I hope they stop with the new weapons though in the future, and we possibly get the introduction of a new ore, which kind of goes back to the cave update. Nonetheless, don't want to go off topic. I did notice during the gameplay that the crossbow actually fired a firework. Maybe that could be one of the enchantments that they introduced to the game, but it looked pretty cool. I'm excited to try it out, especially as a snapshot in early 2019. One more thing that they have announced that will be coming this year is going to be cats. You're probably like, Echo, we already have the Ocelot. No, they are going to be separating the Ocelot and a cat. So for example, we'll still have Ocelots. They'll still be in jungles, more than likely still tameable, but we're also going to have the introduction of a cat as well. They announced 9 different skins for cats. However, if you have a cat, you're going to have the potential of getting your cat as a skin in Minecraft, which means your cat will be immortalized in the game forever. There's no news on that. They did say that they'll explain how they could be introduced, but you can see the picture here. So they explain that cats will be tameable. Phantoms are scared of cats, and they'll bring you gifts in the morning. More than likely, maybe a fish. Maybe it'll give you like a, I don't know what else it'll give you. What else do cats like? Maybe milk. I don't know. Maybe something like that. But cats are going to be a great addition. They're going to be officially tameable, and they will naturally spawn within the new villages. So they will be introduced this year. So just to explain to you guys how this is going to work. Next update for Minecraft PC, more than likely 1.14. That will be introducing cats. That will be introducing pandas. It will be introducing bamboo, the bamboo forest, and scaffolding, if I didn't mention that already. So we didn't see any gameplay preview of the scaffolding, but how this is going to work, scaffolding will be made out of bamboo, which means that you can place it down and it will instantly build a structure, meaning that when you build houses and stuff, you don't have to place down tons and tons of blocks, dirt, etc. to build. We'll have scaffolding to do this. When you're done with the scaffolding, you'll break the bottom block and it will all disappear, making building so much easier. And this was something that was actually suggested at the first ever Minecon. They said 7 years ago. It took a long time for them to be introduced. So that will be coming this year as snapshots before Christmas. Again, bamboo, pandas, bamboo forest, cats, and scaffolding. 5 things. And then next year will be the pillage and village update. The village and pillage update. So that's everything I think that I've covered in today's video. If I have missed anything at all, I'll try and cover it in a new video. But in the coming days, guys, I'm going to take the time to discuss Mojang's new game called Mojang Dungeons, which is going to have tons of bosses. And I also want to talk a little bit more in depth about the new modding API, which is going to be a game changer for the Pocket Edition and the Minecraft Bedrock players. Have a great day, stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!